This is the VTOMAN FlashSpeed 1500 power station. Just looking at it, this thing really stands out. It's got that rugged, sharp black and yellow design, big sturdy handles, and a pretty modern look that feels like it belongs in an outdoor adventure or emergency setup. I've used several power stations over the years, but I'll be honest, when I first saw this one, I was really curious to see if it actually lived up to all the hype around its key features. From my experience, the first thing that instantly made me pay attention was the advertised power capacity. The VTOMAN FlashSpeed 1500 packs an impressive 1,548 watt-hours and can push a continuous output of 1,300 watts with a peak up to 3,000 watts. For anyone not familiar, watt-hours basically tell you how much energy you can store and use, and having that much capacity means you can run everything from your phone to a big refrigerator or even some heavy-duty tools, whether you're camping or dealing with a power outage at home. A feature I really like, and honestly, I think should be required at this point, is the quick charge. VTOMAN claims you can charge this massive brick from 0 to 100% in about 1 hour using a regular wall plug. When I tried it myself, it was almost spot on. I plugged it in when it was bone dry and went to make dinner, and sure enough, by the time I finished, the display showed a full charge. It's genuinely impressive, especially compared to other power stations I've used that took all night to reach a full battery. It takes a lot of the stress out of last-minute trip prep, or if you need to quickly recharge between uses. Another highlight for me is the battery tech. This thing uses LFP, or lithium iron phosphate, batteries. In simple terms, that means you get way more charge cycles out of it, which means the battery doesn't wear out as fast as traditional lithium-ion ones. From what I've read and my own experience, LFP batteries can easily handle over 3,000 full charge cycles. So if someone, like me, used this every single day and drained it all the way down, it would still last years, at least 10 years, by my math. For those who don't know, cycles just means a full charge from 0 to 100%. Most people won't put it through that stress every day, so it'll probably last even longer. A small thing, but it makes a difference to me. The built-in storage for your cables. There's a little compartment at the top with a lid, and it's surprisingly handy. Instead of tossing the charging cables or manuals in a separate bag, and then forgetting where you put them, you just throw everything inside and it's there for the next trip or emergency. The chunky handles on the sides are also practical. Makes it easier to haul around, even though the unit is pretty heavy. Speaking of weight, it's about 41 pounds. It's not something I'd want to carry one-handed for any distance, but the handles do make it manageable for lifts to and from the car or RV. The port selection is pretty generous. You've got 3 AC outlets for plugging in just about anything you'd use at home. Think TVs, fridges, computers. There are multiple USB ports, including 2 high-powered USB-C 100-watt connections, which really come in handy for charging laptops or fast-charging newer phones. I also really like that they include 4 USB-A ports, 3 standard and 1 quick charge, a 12-volt car socket, and 2 DC barrel ports for things like small fans or certain camping gear. There's even a port labeled for jump-starting cars, with the right cable not included, which is something I haven't seen on other power stations and could absolutely save the day. For people interested in solar, this unit can take up to 400 watts through the Anderson port, and another 200 watts via DC input, which means you can really pump in a lot of power if you have a good setup of solar panels. What's neat is you can actually charge it from AC, DC, and solar at the same time. So if you're in a hurry or trying to maximize the sun on a cloudy day, you can combine inputs. In my experience, the display is simple and easy to see, but I did wish it offered a bit more information, like an estimated time until full charge or remaining usage time. As someone who likes to know exactly how long I have before I need to recharge, that was something I noticed. But it tells you the input and output wattages and battery percentage, which covers the essentials for most uses. The built-in LED light on the back is bigger than what I've found on competing units, and it's actually useful. It has several modes: regular light with different brightness levels, a flashing mode, and SOS for emergencies. When camping, being able to light up your campsite or use it during a blackout is genuinely practical, much better than the small, dim lights some other brands have. Let's talk about what comes in the box too, since that's always a question for me. When I opened it up, I found the FlashSpeed 1500 itself, well padded and wrapped, which gave me peace of mind about shipping. Inside the accessory box were the wall charger, a car charging cable, a USB-A to USB-C, and a USB-C to USB-C cable, plus the manual. So right out of the box, I didn't need to buy any special cords for basic use. As far as expandability, this is one of those features that makes VTOMAN stand apart. There's a dedicated port for connecting an extra battery pack, which doubles your storage to over 3,000 watt-hours. That means if I found myself in a situation where I needed to run a fridge and lights for a couple nights during a blackout, I'd be covered without having to worry. The power station also has an uninterrupted power supply, UPS, feature. That means if you're running something sensitive, like a CPAP machine or a computer, and the wall power goes out, the unit will switch over to battery power in about 20 milliseconds. From my tests, it was totally seamless. That's a small but important peace of mind if you rely on medical devices or want to keep your home office running. Now, some honest thoughts on things that made me hesitate. The weight is pretty significant. 41 pounds is not light when you have to move it often. For RV trips or keeping it at home for backup, it's not a deal breaker. But if you're planning to lug it around a lot by yourself, you may want to consider that. Also, if you're new to using portable power stations, connecting up solar panels or extra battery packs can take a little patience the first time. After that, though, I found it pretty straightforward. From my experience, I'd recommend this for just about anyone needing reliable backup power at home, campers who want to bring a little comfort on the road, RV owners, or anyone prepping for emergencies. It easily handled my fridge for a full day, and I could run smaller things like lights or laptops for much longer. It's perfect for outdoor work, tailgating, or even just keeping handy if you live somewhere prone to storms and outages. In conclusion, the VTOMAN FlashSpeed 1500 power station surprised me. It's loaded with practical features, built solid, and charges faster than most stations I've used before. The expandability, LFP battery, and handy cable storage compartment make day-to-day use so much easier. While it might be on the heavier side and the display could give a little more info, I think the benefits far outweigh those drawbacks. If you're in the market for a dependable, all-in-one portable power solution, this is one I wouldn't hesitate to recommend. So if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel and let me know your thoughts or questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.